me try a different way then. Wasn't waiting on like that. Wait. Okay. What am I doing? Stream element. My dashboard. Overlays. Okay, this one. Okay, I think. Okay, yeah. This is working. Okay, no. Yeah. Actually, maybe it'd be better if we go a bit more to the left, huh? Or, oh, was this folder originally more to the right? maybe I'll move this to the right a bit more. I guess I can do both. I can move this one to the left more too. Oh, 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 oh. Wait. Why are there two of them? Wait a second. Oh, there's this one too. Okay, well, I think that's good. Oopsie. Oh wait, was this one also different? This one was different. Wait a second. Oh no. Man. All the cute decorations and stuff aren't visible anymore. Huh? I must have accidentally deleted the source. Oh. Wait, okay. I keep saying wait. I just messed up everything, but that's okay. I will fix this now. Let's see, it was this one, I think. Yeah. Can we just like move this to the bottom? Yeah. I guess I'll add a blur filter to this also though. I kinda like how I like the blur quite a bit. Let me do that. Was it this one? Oh no, no. Remove. It's composite blur, yeah. Maybe that's a bit too much. I think this is a good amount. Yeah. Oh wait, oh shit. So scuffed. I'm just realizing all of the little things I've messed up, forgotten to do. But, wait, what was I doing again? I lost my train of thought. What was I doing? I guess I'll remove the source from this one. See. Oh. these tabs that I have open though? Okay. I guess I should be good to start now, I think. But, yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something though. But hello, kid. Welcome. How are you doing this fine day? I'm happy. Today, the weather was nice and chilly. It was a little colder than it has been. So it was nice walking out. But yeah. And then, my package arrived. Yay. It was the cosplay that I had bought. It arrived today, so I was like trying it on before stream. I'm happy about that. But that's when she essentially has a nice sort of food going on. I see. Nice. Sounds good. I made some pasta earlier today, so I ate it. I was like, I'm hungry, so I made a little more than usual, and then I ate it all up. And I was expecting to figure it. Yeah. My figures. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I had pre-ordered that Amelia Scarlet figure. She was supposed to be released in October, but I think she got delayed. Maybe I should check if there have been any updates on that. Oh wait. Wait, okay, wait, give me some. Okay. And then. Okay. Wait, chill. Okay. Oh, sorry. The curse of the figure delay for real. Yeah. It's so real. Oh my gosh. In some ways, it's kind of nice. Because then it's like, oh, well, I guess I don't have to pay for it yet. but then, when you really want the figure, it's like, oh man. But let me see what they said. If they said anything, I will go and have a look. Oh, it was actually different things. Oh, wait, so then wait, okay. Was this one also delayed then? I guess I don't know. Oh, I don't know that sound was. But did you buy the cosplay for an event or just a casual cosplay? Well, I kind of. It was hopeful thinking, but I was like, maybe it'll come in time for Halloween, but it didn't. But I mean, not for like a specific event per se, maybe that would be fun someday. We'll see. Yeah, happy Halloween. Oh, you know, speaking of Halloween though, I'm happy I like did things on stream for Halloween. You know, like, I don't know, I feel like I haven't really celebrated holidays in general for the past bit, so it's nice. It is. But yeah, just casually cosplay, getting some good photos taken would be cool. Yeah. I feel like I have improved at like. Oh my gosh, my joints. My joints crack all over my head. Okay. Joint cracking ASMR. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I feel like also since the last time I cosplayed, I feel like I've improved at like doing makeup and stuff too. So I'm like, I think they would turn out nice, you know. Also, let me see if my tea is a good temperature to drink. I don't know if it's still too hot. Okay, it's on the hotter side, but it is nice. Right, oh wait, maybe I should just see if anyone has stopped right on like MFC. Okay, it's just saying this month. Okay, I think November she will be released, which is this month. Yes. Oh, oops. Okay. I just won't have to wait too long. Yeah. Man, she's so cool. I don't remember. I definitely talked about this figure on stream, but I might not have shown it. Let me do that real quick. It's this one. Isn't she so pretty? Do you have a link to it? I can put the link to the my figure collection page. This one. It's already, yeah, it is. It was actually originally a Garage Kid figure, and then it got licensed. So it's being sold as a pre-painted version, but I really liked the original Garage Kid too, so, and then I saw they were releasing it, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just buy the pre-painted version then. Although, I still do want to get into Garage Kids at some point. illustrator as well in the sculptor. So if you look at Illustrator, actually you can see some of the illustrations they've made that were turned into garage kit figures, but they're also beautiful. I really like this afternoon tea one, and I'm kicking myself in the like in the head. Or no, that's not right. Oh, okay. It was on a booth for a limited period of time. I should have just gotten it then. Because like, oh, it's so pretty. But like, it's expensive though. Like, maybe I'll just wait. And then the period ended. The period where it was sold on booth ended, and then I would, if I wanted it, I would have to buy it like secondhand or something now, I think. So, unless they sell it again, but I'm like, you should have gotten it then. So pretty. But I saw another Arknights figure on Twitter. You're only invited to see my fleeting wallet. I know that feeling. Yeah, man. It's so pretty. Should've gotten it. Oh well. Nothing I can do now. Or get rid of the image, I guess, also. She's just so pretty. Okay, but oh, I guess also. Oh no. Wait, this one also. The same person as the original image illustrator. It's so cool. I like it. The blade through the skull looks so cool. It's so edgy. It's nice. They're all so cool, yeah. It's kind of nice. With this person, I guess specifically, since their original illustrations are more like painterly, I guess. It's like you don't necessarily have to be as like clean, I guess, with the painting. Like it kind of looks better if it's a little bit more messy. Yeah. Man, I love figures. My friend was saying the other day that she thinks figures are like the biggest like waste of money sink. But I'm like, they're just so pretty, and it's like, you know, like a form of collecting art, right? Like I do admire them also, just, you know, on an artistic level, and also like they're just so nice to look at. They're so pretty. I like them. Oh. Wait, I'm like, I don't know if I should start this poll now or later. I had a silly poll idea. It's not really that silly per se, but a space where it would display like, oh yeah, it do feel like that. Yeah. I don't really know what I'm doing with, but yeah, a decent amount of my figures are just like in my closet right now, actually. Too many things to display. So little space. Same. I do feel like that. It's okay, we're protecting them from the sun and pets. But yeah, I thought about it a little bit, and I think I know what I will do for the mascot and stuff. I have a silly idea. I'm excited. But, oh yeah, I kind of also, at some point, I was thinking it might be nice to, I think it would be a good idea just to do like a test stream with like my laptop. I kind of want to see if it would be able to stream at all or not. But if I can, that would be nice. Yeah. I'll have to see them. I'll have to set everything up on it. But yeah. Look forward to it. Wait, but don't look forward to it too much. It won't be like that amazing. But look forward to it a mild amount. Yeah, no. No, don't be. Ow. I'm waiting. Your excitement is appreciated, though. Also, yeah, I was working on the 3.0 model again earlier today, but I think I'm gonna really start working on it again now, and then we'll see. I'm like, well, I don't want to like raise expectations already, but I'm like, maybe I could have it in time for the like next anniversary/birthday stream, which is late January, like 2 months. I think it's doable. Probably. Yeah, 2 to 3, I guess. So I think that'll be my goal. Yeah. feeling good. Oh, also, you know, I was, I feel like lately, since I've been getting so many, like, TikToks and stuff, of Sabrina Carpenter on tour, I'm like, wow, she's so cool. I'm like, I should listen to her music more. And then I was like, maybe I should sing one of her songs in like a karaoke stream or something, right? But then I was like, some of these lyrics, I don't want to sing them on stream. Or maybe just in general. I think they're kind of funny, but also for me, I'm like, I still haven't heard any other songs. They're good. I do like them. But like, okay, like, okay, so there's this one song, you know, and then, I didn't actually know it was by her, but it's the one that goes like, I'm talking, but there is, she made a Christmas version of it, and the lyrics to it are so, if you would like to look them up for yourself, the Christmas version of the song is called A Nonsense Christmas by Sabrina Carpenter. Actually, I can pull up the lyrics and I can send the link also. Like, they're funny. They're funny, but the second line in verse 1. Oh. Yeah. They're funny. They're funny, but yeah. It's just a lot. But a little bit of espresso because I got out of town magazine on coverage with children when they spent out. I see. It's funny. Crazy Christmas karaoke. It would. But yeah, and then there is this other song by her too. And it's called Juno. But I've been getting a lot of TikToks of it, of her performing it, because it's like, how do I say this? There's this one part where she goes like, how about this one? You know, and then she like does a pose. But she's been like changing it up apparently at the different tour locations. But I was like listening to the song, you know, and I was like, what does this really mean? One of the lyrics is like, I might let you make me Juno. I was like, what does this mean? But apparently it's like this one movie character named Juno. And so basically it's like a song about her wanting someone to get her pregnant. And then I was like, oh, you know, the lyrics make so much more sense now. This is one line. It says, one of me is cute, but two though. And I was like, oh, that's what she meant. I think I've seen clips of that by the Nazis on Twitter. Yeah, it's fun. Her costumes look so fun too. I don't know if you've seen also, but like, I think it's before she performs this song, Juno, where it's like she does like a little skit thing where she'll like point at an audience member or something and start talking to them. And like at first she has like a long skirt, and then there's like two dancers with her, and then she's talking and she's like complimenting them, and then the long skirt just like falls down. Like one of the dancers like undoes it for her, and then she's wearing like a short skirt underneath, and she's like, oh my gosh, my clothes are falling off for you. It's so silly, but it seems like a lot of fun. I feel like I would die, maybe. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's very silly. And then she also gives the person, she like picks out a pair of handcuffs. I think that's one of the lyrics in the song. Maybe. Oh, yeah. But the lyrics to that song are also kind of, but I guess it's to be expected with like the subject matter, right? But they always start off so like in the very first verse. But yeah. You know, reading the lyrics, it's like in hindsight, I'm like, it makes sense. It really does make sense. You know, I didn't actually look at them through like the Genius website before. I was just looking at them through Apple Music. It's kind of fun. You can like click on some of the lyrics, right? Have you seen the lyrics in her songs a little bit? Yeah. You know, I was talking with one of my friends about this the other day. I was talking about how I've been listening to a few more of her songs lately. But then the lyrics, and she was like, I just never noticed. But this annotation is really funny to me. Just the way it's worded. You know, I guess it's because things are like implied in the lyrics, right? But then they're just like coming right out and saying everything in the annotations to explain them, so it's fun. It's more cuteness in the form of her offspring. It's funny. Just yeah. So silly. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I think the lyrics to Espresso are fine, actually. So if I did do one, it probably would be that one. I think, wait, let me check real quick. Wow. The lyrics to Espresso are funny too. One of those, I know, I about did do it for ya. It's funny. Yeah. But I was like, if I wanted to do any of the other songs, it's like, I guess I could, like, just change up some of the lyrics too. But then I'm like, that feels like a cop out though. I feel like I should just choose a different song. Yeah. There's this other song by her too. Okay, for this one it's like, okay, it makes sense, you know, it makes sense. But it's called Bedka. There's this one line I think is really funny. I mean, camaraderie. It's this one. Where is it? Start up first. Oh, it's funny. Oh my gosh, I clicked on the annotation for it, but wow, apparently it's being sold as merch. That's funny. songs. I don't know if this one would be my most listened to. It might actually, but yeah. Oh, yeah. I was looking right at my YouTube account, and I was like, oh my gosh, the last video was so long ago. I really didn't realize that such a long time had passed, you know? Like, I am like, you know what? Yeah, that video was a while ago, but I thought it was maybe, like, you know, like, I don't know, like 6 months ago, maybe not a whole year. Oh, so much time passed. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing, I think I'll make a short sometime. Maybe sometime this week, we'll see though. But just to like break the streak of no videos, no published content outside of streams. Voice over anyone, yeah. You know what's funny? I feel like I haven't really made like a proper video. Like the ones that I have made, they're just short or compilations. You know? Yeah. I will fix that someday. Well, I guess. Actually, I was like, well, I'm thinking of doing this one thing, but I guess that would also be pretty short of a video. Maybe. Probably. Someday. I'll make a longer video. Yeah, maybe next video. Thank you. I'll work hard. Yeah. Man, I can't believe it's been so long. I guess my goal will just be to upload something before November 14th, so that it will have been at least less than a year. Not 4-hour videos, just out of nowhere. That would be very silly. Maybe it would be nice to do a video essay or something sometime. We'll see. Yeah. I do enjoy watching them myself. So. Man. Oops, it's been like an hour. I have not started reading Dracula. Oops, just started talking. But, okay, I guess I'll start the poll I was talking about. Dracula. Chapter 4. Oh yeah, and then I guess to recap a little, right? So he made it our protag, Jonathan Harker, made it to Dracula's castle. And everyone there, or everyone he met on the way there was so scared for him, right? They were praying for him. They gave him a rosary. But then he makes it to the castle. He meets Dracula. He's like, oh, something feels wrong. And Dracula doesn't have a reflection in the mirror. And then Dracula warns him not to go to sleep anywhere but these designated areas. But then Jonathan just goes and does that anyways. And then he sees this nightmare. And he's like, oh, but it's too realistic. And then there are these women. It seems like they're going to kill him. But then Dracula rescues him. Oh, and then I guess Dracula gives them a baby to eat/kill. Yeah. Then our protag becomes unconscious. Okay. So. Oh. Really just crack more. Chapter 4. Jonathan Harker's journal continued. I awoke in my own bed. If it be that I had not dreamt, the count must have carried me here. I tried to satisfy myself on the subject, but could not arrive at any unquestionable result. To be sure, there were certain small evidences, such as that my clothes were folded and laid by in a manner which was not my habit. That's very much thus. Thank you, Yoneru. Welcome. Yeah. I will. Yeah. I'll try it. I think I will do some stuff to celebrate. But that might not be for a little bit. But yeah, I'm happy. My watch was still unwound, and I am rigorously accustomed to wind it the last thing before going to bed, and many such details. But these things are no proof, for they may have been evidences that my mind was not as usual, and, from some cause or another, I had certainly been much upset. I must watch for proof. Of one thing I am glad. If it was that the Count carried me here and undressed me, he must have been hurried in his task. My pockets are intact. I am sure this diary would have been a mystery to him, which he would not have brooked. He would have taken or destroyed it. As I look around this room, although it has been to me so full of fear, it is now a sort of sanctuary, for nothing can be more dreadful than those awful women who are, waiting to suck my blood. Are they really so awful? doors fastened from the inside. I fear it was no dream and must act on this surmise. 19 May. I was surely in the toils. Last night, the Count asked me in the suavest tones to write 3 letters, one saying that my work here was nearly done and that I should start for home within a few days, another that I was starting on the next morning from the time of the letter, and the third that I had left the castle and arrived at Bistritz. I would fain have rebelled, but felt that in the present state of things it would be madness to quarrel openly with the Count whilst I am so absolutely in his power, and to refuse would be to excite his suspicion and to arouse his anger. He knows that I know too much, and that I must not live lest I be dangerous to him. My only chance is to prolong my opportunities. Something may occur which will give me a chance to escape. I saw in his eyes something of that gathering wrath which was manifest when he held that fair woman from him. He explained to me that posts were few and uncertain, and that my writing now would ensure ease of mind to my friends, and he assured me with so much impressiveness that he would countermand the later letters, which would be held over at Bistritz until due time, in case chance would admit of my prolonging my stay. That to oppose it would have been to create new suspicion. I therefore pretended to fall in with his views, and asked him what dates I should put on the letters. He calculated a minute, and then said, the first should be June 12, the second June 19, and the third June 29. I now know the spirit of my life. God help me. 28 May. There is a chance of escape, or at any rate of being able to send word home. A band of Siskany have come to the castle and are encamped in the courtyard. These Siskany are gypsies. I have notes of them in my book. They are peculiar to this part of the world, though allied to the ordinary gypsies all the world over. There are thousands of them in Hungary and Transylvania, who are almost outside all law. They attach themselves as a rule to some great noble or boyar, and call themselves by his name. They are fearless and without religion, save superstition, and they talk only their own varieties of the Romany tongue. I shall write some letters home, and shall try to get them to have them posted. I have already spoken them through my window to begin acquaintanceship. They took their hats off and made obeisance and many signs which, however, I could not understand any more than I could their spoken language. I have written the letters. Venus is in shorthand, and I simply ask Mr. Hawkins to communicate with her. To her, I have explained my situation, but without the horrors which I may only surmise. It would shock and frighten her to death or to expose my heart to her. Should the letters not carry, then the Count shall not yet know my secret or the extent of my knowledge. I have given the letters. I threw them through the bars of my window with a gold piece, and made what signs I could to have them posted. The man who took them pressed them to his heart and bowed, and then put them in his cap. I could do no more. I stole back to the study and began to read. As the Count did not come in, I have written here. The Count has come. He sat down beside me and said in his smoothest voice as he opened 2 letters, that Siskany has given me these, of which, though I know not whence they come, I shall, of course, take care. See, you must have looked at it. One is from you, and to my friend Peter Hawkins. The other, here he caught sight of the strange symbols as he opened the envelope, and the dark look came into his face, and his eyes blazed wickedly. The other is a vile thing, an outrage upon friendship and hospitality. It is not signed. Well, so it cannot matter to us. And he calmly held letter and envelope in the is yours. Your letters are sacred to me. Your pardon, my friend, that unknowingly I did break the seal. Will you not cover it again? He held out the letter to me. With a courteous bow, handed me a clean envelope. I could only redirect it and hand it to him in silence. When he went out of the room, I could hear the key turn softly. A minute later, I went over and tried it, and the door was locked. Unknowingly, Dracula. When, an hour or two after, the Count came quietly into the room, his coming awakened me, for I had gone to sleep on the sofa. He was very courteous and very cheery in his manner. It seemed that I had been sleeping, he said. So, my friend, you are tired. Get to bed. There is the surest rest. I may not have the pleasure to talk tonight, since there are many labors to me, but you will sleep, I pray. I passed to my room and went to bed, and, strange to say, slept without dreaming. Despair has its own calms. 31 May. This morning when I woke, I thought I would provide myself with some paper and envelopes for my bag and keep them in my pocket so that I might write in case I should get an opportunity. But again, a surprise, again, a shock. Every scrap of paper was gone, and with it all my notes, my memoranda, relating to railways and travel, my letter of credit, in fact, all that might be useful to me were I once outside the castle. I sat and pondered a while, and then some thought occurred to me, and I made search of my portmanteau and in the wardrobe where I had placed my clothes. The suit in which I had travelled was gone, and also my overcoat and rug. I could find no trace of them anywhere. This looked like some new scheme of villainy. Dun dun dun. How's I? Hello, Oliver, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, we just started reading chapter 4 a bit ago. I just ended up talking for like an hour-ish anyway. But yeah, we're Dracula now. Okay, 17 June. This morning, as I was sitting on the edge of my bed, cudgeling my brains, I heard without a cracking of whips and pounding and scraping of horses' feet up the rocky path beyond the courtyard. With joy, I hurried to the window and saw drive into the yard 2 great later wagons, each drawn by 8 sturdy horses, and at the head of each pair a Slovak, with his wide hat, great nail-studded belt, dirty sheepskin, and high boots. They had also their long staves in hand. I ran to the door, intending to descend and try and join them through the main hall, as I thought that way might be opened for them. Again, a shock. My door was fastened on the outside. Do you think Dracula would be Team Edward or Team Jacob? I don't know. I wonder how he feels about fellow vampires, considering that he just like threw one of the female vampires. But I guess that was just because they were attacking Jonathan, right? The MC. So, I don't know. I don't know as the more referring to. Not a specific one. Don't think about it too hard. Just pick an answer. But yeah, I guess it could be either Team Edward or Team Jacob. swear. They look so silly. She's making some noise. But, look at me. They resolutely turned away. The later wagons contained great square boxes with handles of thick rope. She's on my desk right now. Come on, get off. I'm scared she's gonna step on my keyboard. Okay. The wagons contained great square boxes with handles of thick rope. These were evidently empty by the ease with which the slugs handled them, and by their resonance as they were roughly moved. When they were all unloaded and packed in a great heap in one corner of the yard, the slugs were given some money by the Siskany, and spitting on it for luck, lazily went each to his horse's head. Shortly afterwards, I heard the cracking of their whips die away in the distance. 24 June, before morning. Last night, the Count left me early and locked himself into his own room. As soon as I dared, I ran up the winding stair and looked out of the window which opened south. I thought I would watch for the Count, for there is something going on. The Siskany are quartered somewhere in the castle and are doing work of some kind. I know it, for now and then I hear a faraway muffled sound as of mattock and spade, and whatever it is, it must be the end of some ruthless villainy. I had been at the window somewhat less than half an hour when I saw something coming out of the Count's window. I drew back and watched carefully and saw the whole man emerge. It was a new shock to me to find that he had on the suit of clothes which I had worn whilst travelling here, and slung over his shoulder the terrible bag which I had seen the women take away. There could be no doubt as to his quest, and in my garb too. This then is this new scheme of evil, that you will allow others to see me as they think, so that you may both leave evidence that I have been seen in the towns or villages posting my own letters, and that any wickedness which you may do shall by the local people be attributed to me. He's really scheming. Also, I wait, give me a second. Give me a second. Is this only me? Oh my gosh, my cat. sharing clothes. They're all dracula children. I'm joking, but okay. Anyways. She's drinking water. It makes me rage to think that this could go on. And whilst I am shut up here, a veritable prisoner, but without the protection of the law, which is even a criminal's right and consolation. I thought I would watch for the Count's return, and for a long time sat doggedly at the window. Then I began to notice that there were some quaint little specks floating in the rays of the moonlight. They were like the tiniest grains of dust, and they whirled around and gathered in clusters in a nebulous sort of way. I watched them with a sense of soothing, and a sort of calm stole over me. I leaned back in the embrasure in a more comfortable position, so that I could enjoy more fully the aerial gambolling. Something made me start up, a low, piteous howling of dogs, somewhere far below in the valley, which was hidden from my sight. Louder it seemed to ring in my ears, and the floating motes of dust to take new shapes to the sound, as they danced in the moonlight. I felt myself struggling to awake to some call of my instincts. Nay, my very soul was struggling, and my half-remembered sensibilities were striving to answer the call. I was becoming hypnotized. Quicker and quicker danced in the dust. The moonbeams seemed to quiver as they went by me into the mass of gloom beyond. More and more they gathered till they seemed to take dim phantom shapes, and then I started, broad awake and in full possession of my senses, and ran screaming from the place. The phantom shapes, which were becoming gradually materialized from the moonbeams, were those of the three ghostly women to whom I was doomed. I fled, and felt somewhat safer in my own room, where there was no moonlight, and where the lamp was burning brightly. When a couple hours had passed, I heard something stirring in the Count's room, something like a sharp wail quickly suppressed, and then there was silence, deep, awful silence, which chilled me. With a beating heart, I tried the door, but I was locked in my prison and could do nothing. I sat down and simply cried, "Oh, oh no!" As I sat, I heard a sound in the courtyard without, the agonized cry of a woman. I rushed to the window and, throwing it up, peered out between the bars. There, indeed, was a woman with disheveled hair, holding her hands over her heart as one distressed with running. She was leaning against a corner of the gateway. When she saw my face at the window, she threw herself forward and shouted in a voice laden with menace, "Monster, give me my child!" She threw herself on her knees and, raising up her hands, cried the same words in tones which wrung my heart. Then she tore her hair and beat her breast and abandoned herself to all the violences of extravagant emotion. Finally, she threw herself forward, and, though I could not see her, I could hear the beating of her naked hands against the door. Somewhere high overhead, probably on the tower, I heard the voice of the Count calling in his harsh metallic whisper. His call seemed to be answered from far and wide by the howling of wolves. Before many minutes had passed, the back of them poured, like a pentathlon when liberated, through the wide entrance into the courtyard. There was no cry from the woman, and the howling of the wolves was but short. Before long, they streamed away singly, licking their lips. I could not pity her, still he has suffered from the night, how sweet and how dear to his heart and high the morning can be. When the sun grew so high this morning that it struck the top of the great gateway opposite the window, my window, the high spot which it touched seemed to me as if the dove of the ark had lighted there. My fear fell from me, as if it had been a vaporous garment which dissolved in the warmth. I must take action of some sort, whilst the courage of the day is upon me. Last night, one of my post-dated letters went to post, the first of that fatal series, which is to blot out the very traces of my existence from the earth. Let me not think of it. Action. It has always been at night time that I have been molested or threatened, or in some way in danger or in fear. I have not yet seen the Count in the daylight. Can it be that he sleeps when others wake, that he may be awake whilst they sleep? If I could only get into his room, but there is no possible way. The door is always locked, no way for me. Yes, there is a way, if one dares to take it. Where his body has gone, why may not another body go? I have seen him myself crawl from his window. Why should not I imitate him and go by in his window? The chances are desperate, but my need is more desperate still. I shall risk it. At the worst, it can only be death, and a man's death is not a calf's, and the dreaded hereafter may still be open to me. God help me in my task. Goodbye, Mina, if I fail. Goodbye, my faithful friend and second father. Goodbye, all, and last of all, Mina. Doesn't really seem like a good idea, but good luck. Good luck, Jonathan Harker. Some day later, I have made the effort and, God helping me, have come safely back to this room. I must put down every detail in order. I went whilst my courage was first straight to the window on the south side, and at once got outside on the narrow ledge of stone which runs from the building on this side. The stones are big and roughly cut, and the mortar has, by process of time, been washed away between them. I took off my boots and ventured out on the desperate way. I looked down once, so as to make sure that a sudden glimpse of the awful death would not overcome me, but after that kept my eyes away from it. I knew pretty well the direction and distance of the Count's window, and made for it as well as I could, having regard to the opportunities available. I did not feel dizzy. I suppose I was too excited, and the time seemed ridiculously short, till I found myself standing on the windowsill and trying to raise up the sash. I was filled with agitation, however, when I bent down and slid feet foremost in through the window. Then I looked around for the Count, but with surprise and gladness made a discovery. The room was empty. It was barely furnished with odd things which seemed to have never been used. The furniture was something the same style as that in the south rooms, and was covered with dust. I looked for the key, but it was not in the lock, and I could not find it anywhere. The only thing I found was a great heap of gold in one corner, gold of all kinds, Roman and British and Austrian and Hungarian and Greek and Turkish money, covered with a film of dust, as though it had long lain in the ground. None of it that I noticed was less than 300 years old. There were also chains and ornaments, some jeweled, but all of them old and stained. At one corner of the room was a heavy door. I tried it, for, since I could not find the key of the room or the key of the outer door, which was the main object of my search, I must make further examination, or all my efforts would be in vain. It was open, and led through a stone passage to a circular stairway, which went steeply down. I descended, minding carefully where I went, for the stairs were dark, being only lit by loopholes in the heavy masonry. As I went through the passage, the smell grew closer and heavier. At last, I pulled open a heavy door which stood ajar, and found myself in an old ruined chapel, which had evidently been used as a graveyard. The roof was broken, and in 2 places were steps leading to vaults, for the ground had recently been dug over, and the earth placed in green wooden boxes, manifestly those which had been brought by the Slovaks. There was nobody around, and I made search for any further outlet, but there was none. Then I went over every inch of the ground, so as not to lose a chance. I went down even into the vaults, where the dim light struggled, although to do so was a dread to my very soul. Into 2 of these I went, but saw nothing but fragments of old coffins and piles of dust. In the 3rd, however, I made a discovery. Oh, what is it? There, in one of the great boxes, of which there were 50 in all, on a pile of newly dug earth, lay the Count. Oh, he was either dead or asleep. I could not say which, for the eyes were open and stony, but without the glassiness of death, and the cheeks had the warmth of life through all their pallor. The lips were as red as ever, but there was no sign of movement, no pulse, no breath, no beating of the heart. I bent over him and tried to find any sign of life, but in vain. He could not have lain in there long, for the earthly smell would have passed away in a few hours. By the side of the box was its cover, pierced with holes here and there. I thought he might have the keys on him. When I went to search, I saw the dead eyes, and in them, dead though they were, such a look of hate, though unconscious of me or my presence, that I fled from the place, and leaving the Count's room by the window, crawled up again up the castle wall. Regaining my room, I threw myself panting on the bed and tried to think. Okay, this is kind of off topic, but talking about him like in the coffin reminded me that in Path to Nowhere, there's this one character I like called Oak Casket. And okay, I guess she can like hear the voices of the dead and stuff, but she will also sometimes just lay in coffins. There's this one really funny sticker of hers. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it'll actually come up if I look for it, because I feel like the wiki is not very well updated. I wonder if there's like if there's actually, let me just look gallery. It has a teasing on it. It doesn't have the stickers though. Oh no, it does. Okay. But I love this sticker so much. It's so funny to me. I'll put it on the stream. It's so funny. Help me with the light. It's so good. It's so funny. But this was for one of her, like, for the BP for Path to Nowhere. It's like there's one character that will get a skin. And then they also have stickers and stuff. But I love this one. It's so funny. Such a good sticker it is. It really is. Okay, now that I know that the wiki has the stickers, let me show some other ones that I really like. But I think this one is my favorite for sure. But characters. How can I see the characters? is like a lot of the characters kind of like the chief, I guess. But this is one character, Garofano. But she semi-recently was the BP character. The sticker. I'll show two of them. The first one is more cute. The second was just funny. Okay. There's this one. Come get in the bed. It's cute though, right? You know, it's cute. And then this second one. What did she mean by this? Oh, also, in Path to Nowhere, the worst thing on earth. But there are some characters that, like, their dialogue will change based on if you choose the female or male chief. Like, there's this one character named Cinnabar, and like, she shows attraction to like female chief and not male chief, you know? But it's so okay. Anyway, actually, you know, while I'm talking about Path to Nowhere, I will show you guys some more images from the game. Let me show you actually her skin that was from the PP. It's pretty. It's huge, you know. Yeah. But also, the skins are like animated, you know? Some of them are kind of fan servicey, right? Like, yeah. It's so pretty though. And then, I'll show you another PP skin. So this character, she's like, okay, she does like hypnotic therapy, I guess. But her skin is really something. So pretty, yeah. Like, oh my gosh. Wow. of the art and Path to Nowhere. So pretty. I'll make it bigger so you can see her face better. Isn't she so pretty? Yeah. Oh. Let me also I'll just show this other character that I like a lot too. Honestly, I think I'm extra fond of her just because she kind of reminds me of Kafka. But her name is Shalom. She is very pretty. She is definitely more antagonistic than Kafka, though. But yeah. Oh, and then I guess I'll make the image larger so you can see better. But one of her eyes is like red. Do you see? And then here's her skin. It's so pretty. Yeah. I love her. Yeah. Okay, anyways. Actually, wait. Let me put the oak one back up. I'll have this here. It fits. It fits. Yeah, here. Anyways, let's get back to Dracula. I was like, I want to get through the chapter before I start talking about random things, but I end up getting sidetracked in the middle anyways. But okay. Yes, we found the count in the coffin. 29 June. Today is the date of my last letter, and the Count has taken steps to prove that it was genuine. For again, I saw him leave the castle by the same window, and in my clothes. As he went down the wall, lizard fashion. I wished I had a gun or some lethal weapon that I might destroy him. But I fear that no weapon brought alone by man's hand would have any effect on him. I dared not wait to see him return, for I feared to see those weird sisters. I came back to the library and read there till I fell asleep. I was awakened by the Count, who looked at me grimly as a man can look, as he said, "Tomorrow, my friend, we must part. You return to your beautiful England, I to some work which may have such an end that we may never meet. Your letter home has been dispatched. Tomorrow I shall not be here, but all shall be ready for your journey. In the morning come the Siskini, who have some labours of their own here, and also come some Slovaks. When they have gone, my carriage shall come for you, and shall bear you to the Borgo Pass to meet the diligence from Bukovina to Bistritz. But I am in hopes that I shall see more of you at Castle Dracula." I suspected him, and determined to test his sincerity. Sincere. It seems like a profanation there's like a week left, I think, until the event ends. Yeah. But it's fun. I quite like it. They recently added some like quality of life changes too. So like, you know, before, like, some things would reset at different times, you know, even though they can all be done once a day only. But they changed it recently that they all like reset at the same time, which is nice. Because sometimes I would miss earlier when I'm like, oh darn, I missed it. But the day reset time is like really late. Like, I don't actually know what time it is. Like 6 a.m. maybe. 5 or 6 a.m. I am also, you know, I forgot, but daylight savings time ended, right? So I'm like, oh no, my gacha games now they're all like resetting an hour earlier. I'm not used to it now. Yeah, I got so used to the later time. Now I need to get them done sooner. So yeah, it's always such a struggle. Like, I walked into TCG, Pokemon TCG, and I was like, oh, the day reset. Why? I was like, oh, daylight savings ended. But it always gets me every time. I'm like, oh, but then I guess when daylight savings starts, right? Then I'm like, oh, I have an extra hour to do my dailies. How nice, you know? But then when it ends, I'm like, oh no, I have to do my dailies sooner. Okay, I get used to the later time, right? Then I'm like, oh no, now I need to do them earlier. But yeah, the struggle. It's so real. Okay, but back to Dracula. Why may I not go tonight? Because, dear sir, my coachman and horses are away on a mission, but I would walk with pleasure. I want to get away at once. He smiled, such a soft, smooth, diabolical smile that I knew there was some trick behind his smoothness. He said, and your baggage? I do not care about it. I can send for it some other time. The Count stood up and said, with a sweet courtesy which made me rub my eyes, it seemed so real. You English have a saying which is close to my heart, for its spirit is that which rules our boyars. Welcome the coming, speed the parting guest. Come with me, my dear young friend. Not an hour shall you wait in my house against your will, though sad am I at your going, and that you so suddenly desire it. With a stately gravity he, with the lamp, preceded me down the stairs and along the hall. Suddenly he stopped. Hark! Close at the end came the howling of many wolves. It was almost as if the sound sprang up at the rising of his hand, just as the music of a great orchestra seems to leap under the baton of the conductor. After a pause of a moment, he proceeded in his stately way to the door, drew back the ponderous bolts, unhooked the heavy chains, and began to draw it open. To my intense astonishment, I saw that it was unlocked. Surprised, I looked all around, but could see no key of any kind. As the door began as without grew louder and angrier, their red jaws with champing teeth and their blood-clawed feet as they leaped came in through the opening door. I knew then that to struggle at the moment against the Count was useless. With such allies as these at his command, I could do nothing. But still the door continued slowly to open, and only the Count's body stood in the gap. Suddenly, it struck me that this might be the moment and means of my doom. I was to be given to the wolves, and at my own instigation. There was a diabolical wickedness in the idea, great enough for the Count, and as a last chance, I cried out, "Shut the door, I shall wait till morning," and covered my face with my hands to hide my tears of bitter disappointment. With one sweep of his powerful arm, the Count threw the door shut, and the great bolts clanged and echoed through the hall as they shot back into their places. In silence, we returned to the library, and after a minute or two, I went to my own room. The last I saw of Count Dracula was his kissing his hand to me, with a red light of triumph in his eyes, and with a smile that Judas in hell might be proud of. When I was in my room and about to lie down, I thought I heard a whispering at my door. I went to it softly and listened. Unless my ears deceived me, I heard the voice of the Count. Back to your own place. Your time has not yet come. Wait, have patience. Tonight is mine, tomorrow night is yours. There was a low, sweet ripple of laughter. In a rage, I threw open the door and saw without the three terrible women licking their lips. As I appeared, they all joined in a horrible laugh and ran away. I came back to my room and threw myself on my knees. Is it then so near the end? Tomorrow, Lord help me and those to whom I am dear. 30 June morning. These may be the last words I ever write in this diary. I slept till just before the dawn, and when I woke, threw myself on my knees, for I determined that if death came, he should find me ready. At last, I felt that subtle change in the air and knew that morning had come. Then came the welcome cock-crow, and I felt that I was safe. With a glad heart, I opened my door and ran down to the hall. I had seen that the door was unlocked, and now escape was before me. With hands that trembled with eagerness, I unhooked the chains and drew back the massive bolts, but the door would not move. Despair seized me. I pulled and pulled at the door and shook it till, massive as it was, it rattled in its casement. I could see the bolt shot. It had been locked after I left the Count. Then a wild desire took me to obtain that key at any risk, and I determined then and there to scale the wall again and gain the Count's room. He might kill me, but death now seemed the happier choice of evils. Without a pause, I rushed up to the east window and scrambled down the wall as before into the Count's room. It was empty, but that was as I expected. I could not see a key anywhere, but the heap of gold remained. I went through the door in the corner and down the winding stair and along the dark passage to the old chapel. I knew now well enough where to find the monster I sought. The great box was in the same place, close against the wall, but the lid was laid on it, not fastened down, but with the nails ready in their places to be hammered home. I knew I must reach the body for the key, so I raised the lid and laid it back against the wall. And then I saw something. I can hear my cat purring. Actually, I don't know if it's picking it up. She's on my lap again right now. Ow. You can hear saw something which filled my very soul with horror. There lay the Count, but looking as if his youth had been half renewed, for the white hair and mustache were changed to dark iron grey, the cheeks were fuller, and the white skin seemed ruby red underneath. The mouth was redder than ever, for on the lips were gouts of fresh blood, which trickled from the corners of the mouth and ran over the chin and neck. Even the deep burning eyes seemed set amongst the swollen flesh, for the lids and pouches underneath were bloated. It seemed as if the whole awful creature were simply gorged with blood. He lay like a filthy leech, exhausted in his replation. I shuddered as I bent over to touch him, and every sense in me revolted at the contact. But I had to search, or I was lost. The coming night might see my own body or penguin in a similar way to those horrid three. I felt all over the body, but no sign could I find of the key. Then I stopped and looked at the Count. There was a mocking smile on the bloated face, which seemed to drive me mad. This was the being I was hoping to transfer to London, where perhaps for centuries to come he might, amongst its steaming millions, satiate his lust for blood, and create a new and ever-widening circle of semi-demons to backbone the helpless. The very thought drove me mad. A terrible desire came upon me to rid the world of such a monster. There was... oh, that's my cat. Oh my god. He's biting my headphones. There's no lethal weapon at hand, but I seized a shovel which the workmen had been using to fill the cases, and, lifting it high, struck with the edge downward at the hateful face. But as I did so, the head turned, and the eyes fell full upon me, and all their blaze of basilisk horror. The sight seemed to paralyze me, and the shovel turned in my hand and glanced from the face, merely making a deep gash above the forehead. The shovel fell from my hand across the box, and, as I pulled it away, the flange of the blade caught the edge of the lid, which fell over again, and hid the horrid thing from my sight. The last glimpse I had was of the bloated face, blood-stained and fixed with a grin of malice, which would have held its own in the nethermost hell. Dun, dun, dun. Well, that didn't go well, did it? I thought and thought what should be my next move, when my brain seemed on fire, and I waited with a despairing feeling growing over me. As I waited, I heard in the distance a song sung by merry voices coming closer. There's the cat coming closer, and through their song, the rolling of heavy wheels and the cracking of whips. This is Canine and the Sophocles, of whom the Count had spoken, were coming, with a last look around and at the box which contained the vile body. I ran from the place and came to the Count's room, determined to rush out at the moment the door should be opened. With strained ears I listened, and heard downstairs the grinding of the key in the great lock and the falling back of the heavy door. There must have been some other means, maybe to trim her claws in the yard. Heard downstairs the grinding of the key in the great lock and the falling back of the heavy door. There must have been some other means of entry, or someone had a key for one of the locked doors. Then there came the sound of many feet tramping in the dark. Oh my gosh. She jumped on my desk. You didn't see anything. My cute. Cats are scary. first stream, but like on the website where you can read it for free, because it is like, you know, Dracula's public domain, right? But she's not anything so. But it was like there was no dark mode, so basically I just copied and pasted the whole thing and I put it in a Google Docs, and I made the background dark and I changed the text color to white. You can see the menu a bit there, because I guess she like moved my mouse and clicked it. Maybe it was my keyboard, I don't know, but my silly, silly cat. Okay. Oh. But locked doors. Then there came the sound of many feet tramping and dying away in some passage which sent up a clanking echo. Wait. I want to get rid of the... Wait. Let me hide this for a second. How can I not? Okay, well, anyways. That's fine. Then there came the sound of many feet tramping down away in some passage in the clanking echo. I turned to run again, down towards the vault, where I might find the new entrance, but at the moment there seemed to come a violent puff of wind, and the door to the winding stair below too, with a shock that set the dust from the lintels flying. When I ran to push it open, I found that it was hopelessly fast. I was again a prisoner, and the net of doom was closing round me more closely. As I write, there is in the passage below a sound of many tramping feet, and the crash of weights being set down heavily, doubtless the boxes with their fight of earth. There is a sound of hammering. It is the box being nailed down. Now I can hear the heavy feet tramping again along the hall, with many other idle feet coming behind them. The door is shut, and the chains rattle. There is a grinding of the key in the lock. I can hear the key withdraw. Then another door opens and shuts. I hear the creaking of lock and bolt. Hark! In the courtyard, down the rocky way, the roll of heavy wheels, the crack of whips, and the chorus of the sisking as they pass into the distance. I am alone in the castle with those awful women. Mina is a woman, and there is naught in common. They are devils of the pit. I shall not remain alone with them. I shall try to scale the castle wall farther than I have yet attempted. I shall take some of the gold with me, lest I want it later. I may find a way from this dreadful place, and then away for home, away to the quickest and nearest train, away from this cursed spot and this cursed land, where the devil and his children still walk with earthly feet. At least God's mercy is better than that of these monsters, and the precipice is deep and high. At its foot a man may sleep as a man. Goodbye all, Mina. Okay. Well, we finished chapter 4. I guess we'll finally learn a bit more about Mina here in chapter 5. Letter from Miss Mina Murray to Miss Lucy Westendra. Before we start chapter 5. Oh wait, we finished chapter 4. I'm gonna open TCG real quick. I want to see if there's a new lucky pick I can do. Wait. there's a chancy card there. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to say, but I did get the event chancy and meow. But I'm hoping I can get more of them still. So I can get, I'm not sure, can you get flares for the event cards? I was assuming so, but I guess I didn't actually check, so. It's fun. Have you done the event battles in the Lapis EX? Oh, that's right. That event started. I haven't. I'm scared to battle. But I will. I want the card. So the event will be on for like a little while though, right? And 3 Pikachus in a row. Oh, I see. Until the 17th. That's actually not that much time. I thought it would be longer. But oh yeah, there's that Clefairy there too. I love Clefairy. So cute. The Pikachus in a row. I really do be like that, huh? Papas. The battles are pretty easy. Luckily, it's just about battles. Ah, I see. That's nice. I still need to do the tutorial for the battles. I did like the very first one, and I did not read any more after. Or the guide, I guess, yeah. I guess it wasn't even, well, it's the very first one, but it's like 0, 0. It wasn't even 0, 1. But one Clefairy on my last battle. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. For the cards, for the collection. Oh, also, give me a second. I just opened Twitter, but I saw this tweet about the successor to the Nintendo Switch. I wonder when that would come out. Also, this is just something silly, but I realized the other day, well, lately, I've been buying more, like, lip makeup and stuff, but whenever I buy them, and then I try them on, I realize I just keep buying the same color over and over again. I'm just drawn to this, like, she was like, yeah, I banned myself from buying more because I kept on doing the same thing. So I'm like, maybe I need to do that too. At least you'll never run out. Sure. It's just funny. I'm like, I guess, you know, they do vary somewhat in like formulation and stuff, right? But it's funny. But we saw that too, yeah. The successor to the Switch. Wow. But I was kind of curious, but would you say that you guys have like a favorite compliment? I was thinking about it the other day. Yeah, I was like, you know, I think I do, actually. I think I do. But I will not say what it is. Because I feel like, I don't know. It's like when I get this compliment, or even if it's like implied, you know, I'm like, I think about it for so long. Like, it stays in my head for like at least days, you know. I'm like, I'm just thinking about it whenever I'm not doing something. I'm like, wow. But I don't think you do. Yeah. It's kind of an interesting thing to think about, right? But so you know, whenever I'm like thinking about these things, I'm always like, let me look this up online too and see what other people are saying and stuff, you know. So I was like, what are people's favorite compliments and stuff? And then a lot of people's answers were so like deep, I guess. I was like, oh, that's nice. But I feel like mine is really shallow in comparison. But it makes me happy, so I drink some tea. Is it compliments on your figure collection? Who knows? It really is funny though, isn't it? Having the poll just be one word. It's a simple question. I see that. Yes, it's just at 100% right now. Interesting. Also, you know, I don't know if you remember, but when I was doing the pickle stream, the pickle drinking stream, towards the end, I was like, man, I want to ask this one question, but I don't want to. I'm still thinking myself into a hole. Because if I ask it, then I'll just start talking. You know? I'm like, perhaps someday. Honestly, I feel like me talking about it like this though, like, raises expectations, maybe. It's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. That's like a whole strange bit of question. Imagine. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know for real. But, you know, it'd be really funny if this was Dracula ASMR stream and I only read one chapter. But I mean, one chapter, at least we read one whole chapter. Like, you know, imagine I only talked to this stream and I didn't read any Dracula, right? Like, it's possible that could have happened. I didn't know what you wanted to ask. I don't know. I don't know. It's like, well, I mean, depending on how you view it, like, mildly sussy. Maybe, I don't know. But it's like, I don't know. Perhaps someday, maybe. Okay. But, I wonder how long chapter 5 is. Maybe I'll just take a quick skim through. Oh, are there like multiple letters? Oh, there are. Oh, it's pretty short, huh? Relatively. I'm sure that's gonna take it for a while. I don't know if that would be an appropriate time. I don't know if there even is an appropriate time, actually. I mean, I really think it's not that bad. But then I'm also like, but am I a normal person? Is this what the average lay person would think? Like, I don't know. Asking on the archive stream. That's true. That's true. The writer is what you keep it in your mind. Yeah. I really think it is not that bad. But I really think I will just dig myself into a hole. Like, really, just once I start talking about it. Yeah. I'm like imagining it in my head, you know? How it would go down. But I think it would be fun to talk about. it's probably better to talk about it when there are less people. But then I'm also like, but it would be more fun with more people too. But then more people will hear me talking about this. What a dilemma. So how are you? Hello, Darkrai, welcome. I'm doing well, thank you. It's been a pretty good day today. Yeah. Oh, also, you know, semi-related, I guess, but why are we whispering? Because it's an ASMR stream. But, what was I saying? I don't remember. But have you not heard of ASMR? It's like, I forgot what it stands for. But basically, it's just supposed to be relaxing. So I'm whispering. But guess we'll need to reach the gold ever membership stream. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, I could do that. Relaxing, yeah. But yeah, I was thinking our membership streams. Maybe I could also just play it like random Roblox games and stuff. You know, sometimes I'm like, I want to play certain games or do certain things or whatever, but then I fear that, like, children will come and watch. But so hopefully that would be less of a problem with membership streams. I mean, it's like, I get it, because, like, well, you know, I guess they are kids' games in a sense, but you don't get it. I don't know, it's just like a genre of video / stream, I guess. But, yeah. Just to impress, I need to try it out. I need to, but I'm also kind of scared. I'm scared to play with real people. But it does seem fun. I might just play off stream or something sometime. I don't know if I can get some friends to play with me. But I've never played it, but seen people play it. Yeah, I've seen some gameplay too. It seems so silly. But like the posing you can do on the podium. It's so funny. Or like when they interpret the theme wrong. I've seen some funny TikToks. Yeah. I find it so funny when people comment things like, oh, they just did pose number blah blah blah. It's talking about like a real person and some like random not like dress to impress related thing. It's funny. Like, oh, does seem very fun. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should read chapter 5. We can read at least 2 chapters. Maybe the goal should just be to get through to chapter 6. I guess I'm just in a talking mood today, but let's read a bit more, shall we? I see that, but before that, let me drink some tea. We love the yeah, we do. Oh, also, I remember I was gonna say earlier, but lately my sleep schedule has been like so good. I've been sleeping early and waking up early, and it's good. The only thing that's not good is my quality of sleep is bad. So I wake up and I'm like not feeling particularly well rested, but I'm like, okay, well, I'm awake. Gotta get ready to leave. Gotta get ready for the day. So I'm like, but if I can keep up my sleep schedule, I'm like, hopefully my sleep will be better. I don't know what it is, but like I'm in bed and I'm like ready to sleep, and then I'll fall asleep, but then my sleep just gets like interrupted, you know? So I'm like, I'm just not like fully asleep, and it feels like I'm like not actually asleep, but I think I'm asleep. You know, I don't know. I like just waking up and it's like, oh, it's 3 a.m. And then I put my phone down, and then I wake up and I check my phone. I'm like, what time is it? It's like, oh, it's 5 a.m. I'm like, I can sleep for longer. Why are you waking up now? But I need to fix my sleep schedule since I messed it up after taking time off work for my birthday. It really do feel like that, yeah. Sleep schedules are hard to keep. I feel like I am like a night owl too, you know? So it's hard. Have you, actually, let me fact check if this is real or not. My nails. Yeah. But, like, apparently, in the Victorian era, people would, like, they would sleep, and then they would wake up, and, like, just be awake for a bit, and then go back to sleep. But it says, like, 9 to 10 p.m., go to bed, and then 3 to 3.5 hours sleep, and then in parentheses, first sleep, and then after midnight, wake up for about an hour, to like do chores or whatever, read, blah blah blah, and then until dawn, sleep, and then in parentheses, second sleep. But I'm like, I kind of want to give it a try sometime. It sounds interesting, but also I feel like once I wake actually wake up on any of the weekends, so my days feel longer. But it was hard last weekend to wake up early since I stayed up late. Yeah. I really dislike waking up like in the afternoon. Even on weekends, because I'm like, it makes the day feel so short. I'm like, man, I didn't do anything, and then the weekend is over. But you can do that, yeah. It's interesting, right? But if sleep is so good, why isn't there sleep 2.0? Yeah, so true, so real. It's funny. Sleep, second sleep. I can't. Yeah. I'm looking up, like, is biphasic sleep healthy? They say it can have some benefits, but it may not be ideal for everyone. I guess it's kind of similar, but sometimes my sleep kind of gets divided into like sleeping at night and then like a nap during the day. But I feel like I never feel good when my sleep schedule is like that. I'm always like, oh, this is so terrible. I need to fix my sleep schedule. I don't like it. But let me actually BRB real quick. I will go to the restroom, and then when I get back, we can start chapter 5 for real. Okay, and then let me take the heart rate one. My leg cracked. Okay. I'm back. Oh, my cat. Get down. Okay. Wait. Come on. Thank you. Okay. Things to do. I need to get rid of BRB. I will put the heartbeat monitor back on. Oh, she's eating now. She's crunching now. Okay, maybe I need to open my phone up. But yeah. She's really crunchy. Wait, it was just like 0 for a second. Actually, hang on. I went oh, this. Okay. I was like, there's so much more white noise than before. I was like, was it just my imagination? But I guess it's the heater or something. She's really good now. But yes, I am back. Welcome. Okay, let me read chapter 5 now. Okay, wait, actually, please sit up. I've been slouching for a large portion of this stream. But let me have a good posture. But let's see. Yeah, you came back yet? I was like, it's louder than before, isn't it? But I think that might be what it is. I guess it is cooler, especially now that it's nighttime. Yeah. Wow. But okay. Chapter 5. Letter from Miss Mina Murray to Miss Lucy Westenra. 9 May. My dearest Lucy, forgive my long delay in writing, but I have been simply overwhelmed with work. Understandable. The life of an assistant school mistress is sometimes trying. I am longing to be with you, and by the sea where we can talk together freely and build our castles in the air. I have been working very hard lately, because I want to keep up with Jonathan's studies, and I have been practicing shorthand very assiduously. When we are married, I shall be able to be useful to Jonathan, and if I can stenograph well enough, I can take down what he wants to say in this way, and write it out for him on the typewriter, at which also I am practicing very hard. He and I sometimes write letters in shorthand, and he is keeping a stenographic journal of his travels abroad. When I am with you, I shall keep a diary in the same way. I don't mean one of those 2 pages to the week with Sunday squeezed in a corner diary. as well, and will be returning in about a week. I am longing to hear all his news. It must be so nice to see strange countries. I wonder if we, I mean Jonathan and I, shall ever see them together. There is the 10 o'clock bell ringing. Goodbye, your loving Nina. The way this is like written is 2 pages a week with Sunday squeezed in the corner. But I'm talking about it was funny. I see. I'm reaching some tea. Man, stenographic really is so neat. Someday I want to learn for real. It's so loud. But, okay. Tell me all the news when you write. You have not told me anything for a long time. I hear rumors, and especially the tall, handsome, curly-haired man. Question. The triple question. Letter. Lucy was sent with Amina Murray, 17 Chatham Street, Wednesday. It's funny. My dearest Mina, I must say, you tax me very unfairly with being a bad correspondent. I wrote to you twice since we parted, and your last letter was only your second. Besides, I have nothing to tell you. There's really nothing to interest you. Town is very pleasant just now, and we go a good deal to picture galleries and for walks and rides in the park. As to the tall, curly-haired man, I suppose it was the one who was with me at the last ball. Someone has evidently been telling tales. That was Mr. Holmwood. He often comes to see us, and he and Mama get on very well together. They have so many things to talk about in common. We met some time ago, a man that would just do for you if you are not already engaged to Jonathan. He is an excellent party, being handsome, well off, and of good birth. He is a doctor and really clever. Just fancy. He is only 9 and 29, and he has an immense lunatic asylum, all under his own care. Mr. Holmwood introduced him to me, and he called here to see us, and often comes now. I think he is one of the most resolute men I ever saw, and yet the most calm. He seems absolutely imperturbable. I can fancy what a wonderful power he must have over his patients. He has a curious habit of looking one straight in the face, as if trying to read one's thoughts. He tries this out very much with me, but I flatter myself he hasn't got a tough nut to crack. I know that from my glass. Do you ever try to read your own face? I do. I can tell you it is not a bad study, and gives you more trouble than you can well fancy if you have never tried it. He says that I afford him a curious psychological study, and I humbly think I do. I do not, as you know, take sufficient interest in dress to be able to describe the new fashions. Dress is a bore. That is slang again, but never mind. Arthur says that every day. There, it is all out. We have told all our secrets to each other since we were children. We have slept together, and eaten together, and laughed and cried together. And now, though I have spoken, I would like to speak more. Oh, Mina, couldn't you guess? I love him. I am blushing as I write, for although I think must stop. Good night. Bless me in your prayers, and may not pray for my happiness. Lucy. Oh, P.S. I need not tell you this is a secret. Good night again. Oh. I know, this is just me, but I'm like, man, I wish these two would get together. That's not happening though. Letter Lucy was done to meet a beard. 24 May. My dearest Mina, thanks and thanks and thanks again for your sweet letter. It was so nice to be able to tell you and to have your sympathy. Oh my gosh, she's talking. My dear, it never rains, but it pours. How true the old proverbs are. Here am I, who shall be 20 in September, and yet I never had a proposal until today. Not a real proposal, and today I have had 3. Just fancy 3 proposals in one day. Isn't it awful? I feel sorry, really and truly sorry, for 2 of the poor fellows. Oh, Mina, I am so happy that I don't know what to do with myself. And 3 proposals. But, for goodness sake, don't tell any of the girls, or they would be getting all sorts of extravagant ideas and imagining themselves injured and slighted if in the very first day at home they did not get 6 at least. Some girls are so vain. You and I, Mina dear, who are engaged and are going to settle down soon, soberly into old married women, can despise vanity. Well, I must tell you about the 3, but you must keep it a secret, dear, from everyone except, of course, Jonathan. You will tell him, because I would if I were in your place. Certainly tell Arthur. A woman ought to tell her husband everything. Don't you think so, dear? I must be fair. Men like women, certainly their wives, to be quite as fair as they are. And women, I am afraid, are not always quite as fair as they should be. Well, my dear, number 1 came just before lunch. I told you of him. Dr. John Seward, the lunatic asylum man, with the strong jaw and the red forehead. He was very cool outwardly, but was nervous all the same. He had evidently been schooling himself as to all sorts of little things and remembered them, but he almost managed to sit down on his silk hat, which men don't generally do when they are cool, and then, when he wanted to appear at ease, he kept playing with the lancet in a way that made me nearly scream. He spoke to me, Mina, very straightforwardly. He told me how dear I was to him, though he had known me so little, and what his life would be with me to help and cheer him. He was going to tell me how unhappy he would be if I did not care for him, but when he saw me cry, he said that he was a brute and would not add to my present trouble. Then he broke off and asked if I could love him in time, and when I shook my head, his hands trembled, and then, with some hesitation, he asked me if I cared already for anyone else. He put it very nicely, saying that he did not want to wring my confidence from me, but only to know, because if a woman's heart was free, a man might have hope. And then, Mina, I felt a sort of duty to tell him that there was someone. I only told him that much, and then he stood up and looked very strong and very grave as he took both my hands into his and said he hoped I would be happy, and that if I ever wanted a friend, I must count him one of the best. Oh, Mina dear, I can't help crying, and you must excuse this letter being cold-blooded. Being proposed to is all very nice and all that sort of thing, but it isn't at all a happy thing when you have to see a poor fellow whom you know loves you honestly going away and looking all broken-hearted, and to know that, no matter what he may say at the moment, you are passing quite out of his life. My dear, I must stop here at present. I feel so miserable, though I am so happy. Evening. Arthur has just gone, and I feel feel in better spirits than when I left off, so I can go on telling you about the day. Well, my dear, number 2 came after lunch. He is such a nice fellow, an American from Texas, and he looks so young and so fresh that it seems almost impossible that he has been to so many places and has had such adventures. I sympathize with the poor Desdemona, and she had such a dangerous string pulled in her hair, even by a black man. I suppose that we women are such cowards that we think a man will save us from fears, and we marry him. I know now what I would do if I were a man and wanted to make a girl love me. No, I don't, for there was Mr. Morris telling us the stories, and Arthur never told any, and yet, my dear, I am somewhat previous. Mr. Quincy B. Morris found me alone. It seems that a man always does find a girl alone. No, he doesn't. Arthur tried twice to make a chance, and I helping him all I could. I am not ashamed to say it now. I must tell you beforehand that Mr. Morris doesn't always speak slang. That is to say, he never does so to strangers or before them, for he is really well educated and has exquisite manners, but he found out that it amused me to hear him talk in American slang, and whenever I was present, and there was no one to be shocked, he said such funny things. I am afraid, my dear, he has to invent it all, for it fits exactly into whatever else he has to say. But this is a way slang has. I do not know myself if I shall ever speak slang. I do not know if Arthur likes it, as I have never heard him use any as yet. Well, Mr. Morris sat down beside me and looked as happy and jolly as he could, but I could see all the same that he was very nervous. He took my hand in his and said ever so sweetly, "Oh man, should I try to do an accent here?" I'm so bad at accents. I'm trying to think how would it sound. I'm trying to read it out in my mind, but I just sound like Goofy from Mickey Mouse. Should I just read it like Goofy? Me as Lucy. I know I ain't good enough to regulate the vixens of your little shoes. Wait, no, that was British Little. I'm so bad at accents. I mean, does Goofy kind of have, you know, the way he talks, he kind of has like an accent too, right? I'm gonna speak normally. Don't be scared. Okay. Oh, it feels weird speaking normally now. It's like it. You know, I used to play the violin, right? But you know, if it was like late at night, sometimes I would use like a practice mute, right? Where like you have the mute also, like sometimes for certain sections in the pieces. It feels like I just took the mute off for real. And now my voice is so loud. But gosh. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I'm not even good at doing a goofy voice. I feel like let me listen. Let me find a clip of him speaking real quick so I can imitate him better. Okay. Oh wait. Hang on, I forgot. I can't actually. I don't. My headphones are plugged into my mic right now. Oh man, my voice. Goofy. Disney. Speaking. Okay, I'm gonna mute for a second so I can listen to this. I'm just gonna play it out loud. It's so funny. Someone in the comments, but they said lyrics. Gosh, something wrong here. Ahoy, ho, ho. So it's the title of it is just Goofy's Laugh. It's from 12 years ago. 4.5 million views. Actually, wait. I can I'll find it on my computer too. I'll send the link. It's this one. Oh. I feel like that didn't necessarily help me for this. Okay. Well, gosh. Miss Lucy. You know I ain't good enough to regulate the fixins of your little shoe. Why do you do that? I don't think he would say little that way. Goofy. Okay, let me try again. Okay, I'll start at but I guess. I'll continue as if I read that first line successfully, first phrase. But I guess if you I cannot do a Goofy impression. But I guess if you wait till you find a man that is you will go join the what? I don't mean that is you will go join them. Okay. But I guess if you wait till you find a man that is, you will go join them. 7 young women with the lamps when you quit. Won't you just hitch up alongside of me and let us go down the long road together, driving in double harness? Okay, let me drink some tea and then I'll just go back to whispering. Okay, oh. Okay. Alright, back to whispering. Okay. Well, he did look so good-humored and so jolly that it didn't seem half so hard to refuse him as it did poor Dr. Seward. So I said, as lightly as I could, I did not know anything of itching, that I wasn't broken to harness at all yet. Then he said that he had spoken in a light manner, and he hoped that if he had made a mistake in doing so on so grave, so momentous an occasion for him, I would forgive him. He really did look serious when he was saying it, and I couldn't help feeling a bit serious too. I know, Mina, you will think me a horrid flirt, though I couldn't help feeling a sort of exultation that he was number 2 in one day. And then, my dear, before I could say a word, he began pouring out a perfect torrent of love-making, laying his very heart and soul at my feet. He looked so earnest over it that I shall never again think that a man must be playful always, never earnest, because he is merry at times. I suppose he saw something in my face which checked him, for he suddenly stopped and said, with a sort of manly fervor, that I could have loved him before if I had been free. Oh no, he's speaking again. Oh no wait, this, no, yes, this is sweet. Oh my gosh, my stomach's made a sound. Okay, maybe I'll try Southern accent again. Lucy, you're an honest-hearted girl, I know. I should not be here speaking to you now as I am. Now, if I did not believe you clean grit, I'm just speaking normally. Right through to the very depths of your soul. Tell me, like one good fellow to another, is there anyone else that you care for? And if there is, I'll never trouble you hires for his lucky. But will we, if you let me, a very faithful friend? My dear Mina, why are men so noble when we women are so little worthy of them? Here was that, almost making fun of this great-hearted true gentleman. I burst into tears. She just keeps crying out. I'm afraid, my dear, you will think this a very sloppy letter in more ways than one, and I really felt very badly. Why can't they let a girl marry 3 men, or as many as want her, and save all this trouble? But this is hearsay, and I must not say it. I am glad to say that, though I was crying, I was able to look into Mr. Morris's brave eyes, and I told him out straight. Yes, there is someone I love, though he has not told me yet that he even loves me. I was right to speak to him so frankly, for quite a light came into his face, and he put out both his hands and took mine. I think I put them into his, and said in a hearty way, oh no, he's speaking again. That's my brave girl. It's worth being late for a chance of winning you than waiting in time for any other girl in the world. Don't cry, my dear. If it's for me, I'm hard not to crack, and I take its honesty and blood have made me a friend, and that's rarer than a lover. It's more unselfish anyhow. My dear, I'm going to have a pretty lonely walk between this and Kingdom Come. Won't you give me one kiss? It'll be something to keep off the darkness now and then. You can't, if you like, for that other good fellow, you must be a good fellow, my dear, and a fine fellow, or you cannot love him. Hasn't spoken yet. That quite won me, Mina, for it was brave and sweet of him, and noble too, to a rifle, wasn't it? And he was so sad, and he so sad, so I went over and kissed him. What is she doing? He stood up with my two hands in his, and as he looked down into my face, I am afraid I was blushing very much. He said, "Little girl, I hold your hand, and you've kissed me, and if these things don't make us friends, nothing ever will. Thank you for your sweet honesty to me, and goodbye." He wrung my hand, and taking up his hat, went straight out of the room without looking back, without a tear or a quiver or a pause, and I am crying like a baby. Oh, why must a man like that be made unhappy, when there are lots of girls about who would worship the very ground and trod on? I know I would, if I were free. Only, I don't want to be free. My dear, this quite upset me, and I feel I cannot write of happiness just at once, after telling you of it. I don't wish to tell of the number 3 until it can be all happy. Ever your loving, Lucy. P.S. Oh, about number 3. I needn't tell you of number 3, need I? Besides, it was all so confused. It seemed only a moment from his coming into the room to both his arms around me, and he was kissing me. I am very, very happy, and I don't know what I have done to deserve it. I must only try in the future to show that I am not ungrateful to God for all his goodness to me in sending to me such a lover, such a husband, and such a friend. Goodbye. Dr. Seward's diary, kept in phonograph. 25 May. Appetite in appetite today. Cannot eat, cannot rest, so diary instead. Since my rebuff of yesterday, I have a sort of empty feeling. Nothing in the world seems of sufficient importance to be worth the doing. As I knew that the only cure for this sort of thing was work, I went down amongst the patients. I picked out one who has afforded me a study of much interest. He is so quaint that I am determined to understand him as well as I can. Today, I seem to get nearer than ever before to the heart of his mystery. I questioned him more fully than I had ever done, with a view to making myself master of the facts of his hallucination. In my manner of doing it there was, I now see, something of cruelty. I seemed to wish to keep him to the point of his madness, a thing which I avoid with the patients as I would the mouth of hell. And under what circumstances would I not avoid the pit of hell? Omnia rame venelia sunt. Hell has its price. Firms out. If there be anything behind this instinct, it will be valuable to trace it afterwards accurately, so I had better commence to do so, therefore. R.M. Renfield, Etat 59. Sanguine temperament, great physical strength, morbidly excitable, periods of gloom ending in some fixed idea which I cannot make out. I presume that the sanguine temperament itself, and the disturbing influence, and the mentally accomplished finish, a possibly dangerous man, possibly dangerous if unselfish. In selfish men, caution is as secure an armor for their foes as for themselves. What I think of on this point is. Wind zone is the fixed point. The centripetal force is balanced with the centrifugal. When duty, a cause, etc. is the fixed point. The latter force is paramount, and only accident or a series of accidents can balance it. Letter Quincy B. Morris, Don Arthur Holmwood. Okay. Silenced the sound of the heater. Okay. 25 May. My dear Art, we've told yarns by the campfire in the prairies and dressed one another's woods after trying a landing at the Marquesas and drunk healths on the shore of Chicago. There are more yarns to be told and other wounds to be healed and another health to be drunk. Won't you let this be at my campfire tomorrow night? I have no hesitation in asking you, as I know a certain lady is engaged to a certain dinner party, and that you are free. There will only be one other, our old pal at the Korea, Jack Seward. He's coming too, and we both want to mingle our weeps over the wine cup, and to drink health with all our hearts to the happiest man in all the wide world, who has won the noblest heart that God has made and the best worth winning. We shall promise you a hearty welcome and a lovely greeting, and health as true as your own right hand. We shall both swear to leave you at home if you drink too deep to a certain pair of eyes. Come. Yours as ever and always, Quincy B. Morris. Telegram from Arthur Holmwood to Quincy B. Morris, 26 May. Count me in every time I bear messages which will make both your ears tingle. Art. Making both your ears tingle. Maybe he's the real ASM artist here. Chapter 6. Okay, let's take a short preview and see how long it is. 64. Not bad. Okay, chapter 5. That one's pretty short, I feel like. We did it. I kind of want to try the heartbeat again. I didn't have a chance to do it off stream yet, but I kind of want to see again. And I'll turn off the filter too. I'm curious. I guess I will try it again. Wait, actually, okay, let me mute the mic while I'm unscrewing it. Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, let me see. I'm back. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. Okay, okay. I'm back. So fun. Also, my cat is back on my desk now. Welcome back, thank you. She like jumped onto my lap briefly and then went up onto desk. But yeah, man. Loki, I'm a little sleepy now. After everything. Maybe, maybe we'll read chapter 6 next time. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I will go now. Next time we'll reach into 6. We'll get further. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's one of the downsides of being an ASMR enjoyer, doing ASMR content. Me just listening to myself is somewhat relaxing. She thinks we're watching. But yeah, okay, so I shall go now. Our views are closer and sleeping over here. It's funny. Yeah, I'll have to see about that video. I guess it would be pretty easy to do. I just need to sit there for an hour. I'll see when I have time. Maybe that can be the video to break the 1-year chain of no videos, no uploads. I was thinking of doing something else, but I guess, well, who says I can't post multiple things, right? I'll do them all. Nice, yeah. But yeah, okay. I shall go